Jay from Team DMA at it again with another video. So it's gonna be a quick video, and I'll see if I don't want to rush through it too fast because I want you to get the information, but I also want to finish it quick. So this is I know I've been speaking a lot about going to locals and just being sincere and what really happens compared to a lot of the fake people, a lot of the fake information and all this stuff. Obviously, it doesn't mean that you have to be scared to go to the locals. Contrary, it's going to be fun. You're always going to find friendly and nice people, just like everywhere, in life, in your job, or sometimes even in our own families. We have problematic family members or whatever. All I'm saying is the reality of the world, is sometimes it's not perfect. So, having said that, it's the same at locals. You're gonna have your bad apples, your good apples, and whatnot. So I just wanted to recap real quick, and then also I'm gonna make a reference to Black Ghost channel. So he's one of the Team DMA members, been following for a while. He's a good buddy, friend of mine, and everybody in the group is like family. We help each other, and obviously as time progresses and we start making, I can speak me specifically. I don't know about them, but me, like, as the channel grows, I make more income and stuff like that. I'll be helping them out more with product and just everything positive, right? There's nothing wrong with making more money, extra money, making free cards, stuff like that. I really like positive, good things and positive things and success. I don't know who is against that, but going to the locals and speaking about success and all the good stuff is being sincere. So a lot of it has to do with stop being fed by what either anyone from YouTube says, like either a famous YouTuber or non-famous, like my channel, and just the reality. So what's the reality? The reality is you're gonna be going against a lot of negations and interruptions. That's just the bottom line. Don't think, oh, maybe I'll take an Ash, maybe I'll take a Shifter, maybe I'll take a Kaiju, maybe. No, no, no. You have to think, I am going to take a Banish. I'm gonna take a Kaiju. I'm gonna take a Lightning Storm. I'm gonna take a Skill Drain, take Ash Blossom, Droll. I'm gonna take some, just everything that you can think of and evenly matched. A Shifter. You have to think it on your hand. All the worst scenarios. And what happens is you prepare. When you're dueling at home and you're testing your deck, you're not like the fake players, which are resolving all their cards and telling you Dragoon wins all the duels. All that is garbage. So in reality, they out everything. As long as it exists, like as long as a card exists, they can out everything. So what you want to do is create, when they out two, three, four cards, you want to create some defense for yourself on top of it. In other words, to put it to you simple, what do you do after? After what? After everything gets negated, after everything gets interrupted. What do you do after? Because a lot of people's decks don't say that. A lot of people's decks say, okay, after most of my cards get negated and interrupted, I lose. And then you start saying, I hate the game, I hate profile, and you start getting frustrated. So me specifically from Team DMA, I'm being like super sincere 100%. This isn't like a joke. I'm not reading from a script. I'm just speaking honest truth. I don't take people lightly. I don't think people are just like fun or something like that, in the sense of like treating people wrongly. I appreciate people, especially good friends, good comrades, team members. I'm very sincere. I tell you guys the truth, even though sometimes it sounds like I can be over the top or rude, but it's because I'm just cut dry. I'm just telling you the truth. I don't care what you think, because you're going to thank me later when you see results. So having said that, I take it very, very serious when people get frustrated. I think it's negative, because over time, the negative duel can lead you to either leave the game or get angry. And if it happens a lot, it can cause emotional damage. And it's not like a joke. And people say like, Jay, he exaggerates. And people tell me like, we're laughing at you all the time. You say the stupidest things, but they're missing the point. I'm helping you. You're like, there's a lot of people who are financially burdened or in trouble. Well, if a rich people comes and they give you a lot of money and you don't accept it, what does that make you? You're not smart. Because if you were smart, you were to take that money and it would help you, put you in a better place, maybe some financial advice as well. So in this case, I'm just giving advice when it comes to Yu-Gi-Oh! So the video is going to be ending shortly. I just want to show you a sequence. So here we are. I already know I'm going to take everything, like a negations and everything, interruptions. So the guy passing his turn, so I did follow this guy. He's not actually undefeated. He won 3, and then I think he lost 2. And then, because I didn't follow them all, I just kind of followed, because I follow one player and then I'll follow another like that, and that's how I do my duels. And I pick my duelists, and it doesn't mean like I'm racist against people or nothing like that. It just means I want a good duel. I don't want to waste my time. So no disrespect to the other players, but that's just me, because everybody chooses what they want, right? If it's not true, then yeah, something's going on with you. I don't know any slaves currently, but you should do what you want, what's best for you. So for me, in my opinion, my outlook, I want my best duels. So I like taking on like top tier and higher. Regular meta sometimes, but I mean, it's pointless. It's a waste of time. So this guy passed his turn. So in my head, I'm already thinking shifter. I'm thinking evenly match. I'm thinking the kaijus, feather, D-shifter, a bunch of hand traps. That's what I'm thinking in my mind. I'm thinking Bestial, a bunch of stuff, DD Crow, they're going to banish everything. That's what I'm thinking in my mind. So I'm already ready. So the hand is not the best because he's going to have a bunch of negations, but you just have to work with everything. What happens after you get everything interrupted and negated? What is your follow-up play? And that's what I'm trying to teach people on the Team DMA. Because once you learn that, then you're going to be staying in the top tier and beating top tier, winning most of your duels when things don't go your way. Because if you notice, a lot of people lose when things don't go their way. When they don't go your way, you lose. That's what happens. So one of the reasons why I don't play hand traps is because when you draw into the hand traps, and the hand traps don't help you get rid of monsters, don't help you win the duel. The hand traps only help you slow your opponent down, but they're not technically there to win the duel. And when I seen some people duel, I see a lot of the frustration because they're drawing cards, and the cards they have to deal with are hand traps. But the board is full. They have Omni Negates. What the heck do you need the hand traps for? So if you're going to have hand traps, you have to have a lot of draw power. That way you have fire with fire to fight, and on top of the hand traps. And I've been teaching that for 5 years, and people still don't listen. So there's consequences to not taking good advice. So it doesn't necessarily mean someone's better than another. It's just advice, so that you can say bye-bye to the stress, bye-bye to the anger, bye-bye to the frustration. That's all. There's no hidden motives or nothing. So Ash, so that, to me, that's like normal. That's like getting up and taking a shower. Ash should be in your daily diet of dueling Yu-Gi-Oh! So, you know, in the morning you have your regular breakfast. Ash should be in your breakfast for Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm being serious. Draw should be there. Everything, all the hand traps should be there as your regular breakfast in the Yu-Gi-Oh! World. So that to me is normal. It doesn't mean nothing. Okay, so we dump Dark Magician, Special Magician Souls. And you might be wondering why. Because if you try to special the Dark Magicians, they could banish it. When they banish it, then there will be nothing on the field, right? So there's nothing to resolve, so you're going to lose. So what I always try to do is expand the plays to where I have plays on the field, plays on the graveyard, plays in my deck, and plays in my hand. And then from those cards, they can link or make more follow-up plays. So I have, even though I might have 5 or 6 cards to begin with, I actually have somewhere around 15 lines of play, combo sequences. So my opponent only has like 3 negates, because the rest of them are cards that he's going to play in his turn. So that's the big secret to Yu-Gi-Oh! It's not that you don't want any negations, you don't want negations and discrepancies, you want them all. That's the way that in my mind, works. So we use the effect, we dump and we draw, so we didn't see a follow-up, but then now that we're trying to draw more into the deck, now he's going to follow up and get rid of the Dark Magician. So he's done 2 actually very ugly and devastating blows or negations and interruptions to Dark Magician. At this point, all the Dark Magician players lose. The people who survive it are probably playing a mixture of like Branded Dark Magician or something else so that they can work on another engine, but the Dark Magician side is shut off, is dead. especially if you have one Dark Magician, that's a wrap for you. And then that's Blossom, and then so it's basically you're dead. So now the question is, what should I do from now? Because he could still have more follow-up plays and combos, right, to beat me. So I need to think about, okay, what other moves do I have? What can I do? So as they're negating me, as they're interrupting me, I've switched everything up. So now I'm switching to defense. So I took 2 negations. Actually, I took 1 negation, 1 interruption, 1 and 1. And then in return, I returned 3. So get a pen and a paper if you want to, or write it in your, dock it down on your mind. He gave me 2 and I returned 3 back. It's like returning him a favor plus 1. And that's the way that you're gonna get to beat the tier 1 and tier 0 style. If they give you 1 negation, you give them 2. If they give you 2, you give them 3. If they give you 3, you give them 4. If they give you 4, you give them 5, like that. The more they give you, the more you should return. You take them and then you give, and you should give more than what they gave you. So right here we have 2 negations and another negation, so that's 3. He gave me 2, or 1 negation, 1 interruption, and I'm giving him 3 negations on return back to him. So from here, at this point, he's gonna be able to out the Magician Soul, so I'm just gonna enter into this anyways, the United Dragon, and I'll be defending with Skill Drain anyways. So I went ahead and attacked, got rid of it. He triggers the effect, dumps the Bestial, so I already know what the chain's gonna be starting up the Bestial engine, right? So he's gonna be starting it now. So he draws, and then I'm thinking, what the heck, what happened? So he must have bricked or something. I don't know exactly what happened, but even if he didn't unbrick, it doesn't matter. Kill Drain got the whole field shut down, and we're gonna be negating with the right hand. So at this point, you should already know they have follow-up play. They don't just pass their turn. There's a reason, because they're gonna negate more. So I'm gonna play the best line of play. Rod, to my understanding, Eternal. So now we're insured. We're insured to having, again, 3 negations, 1 interruption, but now we added it because now we have an extra. We have the Eternal Soul in the graveyard. We don't have nothing good yet, but we are going to be providing material right now. And there you go. You got the Dark Mission to your hand, because you know they have Bestial, so you don't want to dump it, right? If you dump it, they're going to banish it. So what you're going to do is you want to go a different line of play, and that's why I win my duels, because if one way doesn't work, I go to another. If one door closes, you open another, right? So we're going to go ahead and go into Dragoon, and at this point, I don't want to wait. If you wait, it'll be too late. So I'm going to activate the Salvation Servant already to draw, because you need an Omni Negate, right? So if he doesn't trigger anything, you're going to be okay. If he does trigger something, it doesn't matter at all, because I'm going to be going into the Skill Drain, and with Dragoon 3000 and this, he's still going to be locked under that. You're going to be surviving with the Eternal Soul, and we're getting prepared for the future. So we're going to go ahead and Dark Magician, Rod, get a card. So now we have the discard, and now we're going to count the negations and interruptions. So we have 2, 3, 4, and then we have 5, 6. Now that's a lot. He has 5 cards. When he draws all the cards he plays, we can negate them all and interrupt them, all of them, all 6, because we're going to be negating 2 effects with Skill Drain, or 2 negates or more for Skill Drain. But before that, we're going to Omni Negate with Dragoon, and then the right hand is going to protect for the first spell negation. And then on top of that, we have the Eternal Soul for protection, and then for an interruption. And then there can only be 1 to disrupt again. And then we still have Rod and the Illusion for follow-up, because we're going to be doing more follow-up plays. So we're going to activate it, Magician Souls, and we're going to try that line first, dumping Dark Magician. So there's his other negation, and then we're going to go into Rod, because everything's a bait. You bait every time. If you don't bait, that's the reason why you lose. You have to bait. And the baits have to be believable baits. Don't bait them with like baby stuff, because they'll catch on. Bait them with big plays. Sorry, that was a big play. They're like, no way you're playing it, but it was a bait. So then Rod comes in the back. And that's the way you build your deck. You're supposed to build your deck with baits. A lot of people tell you we don't like Rod. Guess why? Because they don't know how to play Dark Mission. The Rod never resolves. And the reality is Rod plays at the end. I've been telling you guys for 5 years. Don't play it first. It plays at the end. And now we're ready to draw 2. So at this point in my head, I'm thinking he's going to have Nibiru. I'm going to have to Omni-negate Nibiru. And then after that, he has Evenly Matched if I weren't to defeat him. And a lot of people hate my dueling style because they say, Jay always does overkill. There's no need for all that. Speak for yourself, because you don't win a lot of duels. I like to win a lot of duels. So I'm going to go overkill always. Why? Because I don't like surprises, not the bad ones. So I don't like the circle is not enough of a move. I'd rather have another Omni negate for spam trap. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. Dumb Rod, because we could get him back. Naruto. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we have 5 negates and 2 interruptions, these 2. And there's a sequence that you play them on. You play the Dragoon first or the Naruto, either or, and then you let the right hand resolve. If, for instance, if you think that he has like a super poly, then negate everything first. So because he'll have like 2 or 3 spells. So I'll show you an example. He has super poly, and he has like or a dark ruler. It doesn't matter which one. But he also has like other spell and traps, whatever it is, like an Evenly Matched, and he has like a Regeki, something like that. So I negate those first. And then once they're negated, their Dark Ruler no more, or their Super Poly will run into the right hand, which will be automatically negated. It will be burned. The card says you can't respond. That doesn't matter. The right hand's more powerful than that. You just have to know the sequence. And that's the big secret to the AC 130. You can't escape the negations because I have you trapped. I already saw into the future. So I'm ready for whatever he wants to play. I'll negate it. He wants to play Dark Ruler no more, I'll negate it. If he wants to play Super Poly, it's going to be negated. Lightning Storm's going to be negated. He wants to bring some monsters and do something ugly, Skill Drain at the end. The right hand, it's just too much. And once you already, like this one was, what did we say? It was like, I think it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 negates and 2 interruptions. So it's 7, total of 7. That's a lot. That's a lot. And that's not even the end of it. We could do double of that. Oh, that's a lie, because my max is 12. I think it's like 8 negations, and then the rest, the other 4, are interruptions. And in some cases, I could do up to 6 interruptions, and the other 6 interruptions, 6 negations. Because I have more interruptions than negations, but the negations is like a max of 6, something like that. So when you combine it, or 7, I think it's 7. Because I have a duel where I did 7 or 8 negations. That doesn't include the interruptions. So you want to do overkill all the time, not just today, tomorrow, every duel you want to do overkill, every single duel. That way when you duel against tier 1, tier 0, you're ready. So when you go to locals, they hit you with this, they hit you with that. None of it works. No matter what they do, you're covered, and that's how you win your first place. And you want to have a variation of combos. If they get rid of Dragoon with combo, what do you do? If they get rid of your back row, what do you do? What do you do if they play evenly? What do you do? Lightning Vortex. What do you do if they guide you? What do you do? What do you do with this? What do you do with that? What do you do? You know, it's always what do you do? What if you do a special summon spam? What do you do if you can't special summon? What do you like that? And your deck has to have in and outs to everything, and that's how you win. So congratulations to all the people that were getting first place, and then Prism Heart, and the person that you guys want to go visit, he's been doing a lot more activity on his channel, is Black Ghost. So I'll leave a link, or I'll leave the name of his channel. You guys make sure you visit Prism Heart. I think he's been absent for a while. A lot of people are busy. The channel slowed down a bit, but there is a lot of good content. But definitely, uh, yeah, visit their channel. There's a lot of good YouTube material. So if I missed anyone, sorry. You guys are always welcome. Anybody who wants to be part of Team DMA questions and concerns, let me know on the link below. And then the giveaway, like I said, just a quick recap, is going to be in a week or two, and then that's going to be it for the year. If you have any questions or concerns, let me know. With that being said, you guys, God bless. Take care. Dark Magic Attack.